So here's the final of the series for the month of October. Next month, we're going to go into a different flavor of spirit encounters and going into helping spirits, right? So I have encountered, and I just wanted to quickly go over the many ways I've seen spirits and I've encountered spirits. They've been very brief and short encounters, like hearing cabinets open when the cabinets didn't open, hearing knocking when there's nobody at the door, hearing steps or hearing your name called, right? That's kind of, those are just different experiences. But I have seen them in many different forms. I've seen them in like heat wavy type of forms where that's a humanoid. You can clearly see it's humanoid, but it's a wave, like when you see heat rise from the street, that type of wavy energy. I've seen them as orbs. I've seen them as very like faint, translucent, person, transparent person. It's like grayed out a little bit or wispy or kind of white, but you can see the outline and what they're wearing and stuff like that. I've seen them in shadow form, completely just shadowed out, no distinguishable outlines or features. I've seen them in an iridescent form, humanoid form, no distinguishable features, but also with like many orbs within it. So they present themselves in many ways. And then, you also can feel it. You can feel a presence. You can feel a hand on you, or maybe a brush of hair, or someone is sitting beside you and nobody's there. So just remember, there's nothing to be afraid of. You are in your power. You are sovereign in this realm, and you command your space. Remember that. However, I'm not trying to say to be on the defense, because there's half the time there's like nothing that you need to be afraid of. You just need to feel into what the situation is and what you're feeling like, and what that makes you feel like, just as if you were to encounter a human out on the street, out in the mall or in the store. What's the vibe you get? Sometimes, just because you give an off-putting vibe doesn't mean you got to do anything. You just keep walking. You just ignore or just divert or go away or whatever you need to do, right? But there's our corrective measures for the ones that you don't want to be hanging around into your space, but you'll also encounter spirits when you're on other places, which in essence, you don't do anything. You just keep going. But just know that you need to practice to be playing the role of the observer, because in that way you are in your power. Okay, somebody was trying to FaceTime me. So you are in your power, and play the role of the observer, right? And this will keep you in your power and keep you out of fear mode. Fear is not going to help you at all. And it's really a sense of overreacting. You need to kind of be in your power in order to sense the situation and whether you have to do corrective measures or not, right? So nothing to fear, nothing to have to worry about. Just you're treating this. You treat the spirit world as if you would engage with any other person in body. So now, depending on who you're engaging with, obviously, whether as you would in the real world, whether you're dealing with family, friends, or strangers, right? Doesn't hurt to be always nice and polite until you don't have you can't be, and you need to be different. So yeah, just remember that, and stay tuned for November.